It is well known that men do not have Cinderella stories, and also nothing goes wrong with the principle of love. But what happens when a wealthy and well-to-do princess falls in love with a poor Dutch football player? We expect an explicit romance story, but we do not always have a happily ever after in romance. And in the case of this couple, this could be the same fate. In this video, we explore the compelling story of Princess Amina and Dennis Barbas, a love story that challenges standards, defies expectations, and takes place against the defiance of monarchy and destiny. Can true love overcome monarchy, power, and religious differences? Princess Amina of Malaysia. Born into the Johor royal family on April 8, 1986, Tunku Tun Amina Maimuna Iskandaria binti Sultan Ibrahim gained rapid notoriety in the world of business and luxury. She is the only daughter and second child of Johor's Permaisuri Raja Zarid Sofia binti Almarum Sultan Idris Shah and the present Sultan of Johor, Sultan Ibrahim ibn Almarum Sultan Iskandar. The well-known Tunku Tun Amina attended Johor Bahru Convent School, Hilltop Kindergarten, and Johor Bahru Sri Utama School, three of Johor's top schools with leading top-notch instructors. She continued her A-level studies at the Australian International School, Singapore, and LaSalle College of the Arts in Singapore, and the next year, where she graduated with a higher school certificate. She proceeded to the university to further her studies in economics. This might have been her desire for a financial management system that was independent. Amina began her entrepreneurial journey at the age of 21 when she launched her cosmetics brand Lovin's The Royal Art of Beauty with the guidance of her affluent father and her deep passion for business. It came as no surprise that this brand catered to all women in their various fields as a luxury one. When she appeared in a few commercials, she elevated herself to the status of a model of success and gained the respect that many other prominent members of society would have. However, some people think that her father's background has more to do with her achievements than just her hard effort. Who can blame that idea then? With an incredible net worth of $5.7 billion, Sultan Ibrahim is considered one of Malaysia's richest people. He controls a vast empire that includes real estate, telecommunications, and the profitable oil and gas industry. Sultan Ibrahim's elevation to the esteemed position of King of Malaysia in a recent triumph cemented his legacy and strengthened the royal dynasty. Except for one thing, Princess Amina's streak of independence led to her success in all of them. Regardless of her royal rank, it was simple to gain money and establish reputation for herself, but it was difficult to find real love, the one thing that matters most to women. Her family's desire for her to wed anyone they pleased did not help, even though she was being matched with other suitable suitors. However, she saw life as more than merely achieving a marital status. She desired deep love for herself and needed something better. If she could not find it, she would prefer to remain alone until it did. After years of looking, love eventually found her, but it wasn't without its difficulties. Love finally. On an ordinary day in 2015, Princess Amina, then 29 years old, chose to stop by a Malaysian cafe for a quick lunch while strolling around the streets of Singapore. That was when it happened. Seeing Amina enter the cafe, Dennis, a 26-year-old who was also the cafe's manager at the time, was drawn to her elegance and beauty. He offered to serve her himself, and as if by fate, the two clicked and developed a chemistry that was quite intense. Dutchman Dennis Barbas was raised in the charming town of Lisse, close to Amsterdam. He left home just to follow his passion for sports after graduation and became a semi-professional football player. He studied mechanical engineering at ROC Leiden after attending Fioretti College Hillegom in the Netherlands. Eventually, fate took him to Singapore, where he took over as manager of Tampines Rovers, the local football team. He started working part-time jobs as a manager at the cafe where Princess Amina found herself and as a model for magazine pictures at the same time. It was as though nature's force led these two strangers from various backgrounds and worldviews to realize they were meant to be together. Dennis had never realized that he had met a born princess whose father was the head of state. These two lovers had a strong relationship to overcome their cultural divides and lasted for about 3 years. Dennis eventually learned that his lovely Asian sweetheart Amina was a princess of the realm during these years. Worse, she comes from a powerful Muslim family. Dennis did not particularly mind their differences and quickly popped the proposal question, and of course, she said yes. But in the journey of love and marriage, there is more than the couple on the ship. There's also the relations. Maybe that's why it's called the relationship. Unwilling to see his beloved daughter marry a commoner, especially one who was Christian and of European descent, Sultan Ibrahim first opposed the match out of a strong sense of conviction. Amina begged her father to change his mind for 3 years before he finally gave in. The ever-shrewd Sultan Ibrahim placed several limitations on Dennis, seemingly insurmountable roadblocks intended for him to prove his loyalty. Inspired by his unwavering love for Amina, Dennis pledged to meet any challenge head-on despite the demanding prerequisites. Above all, Dennis did as the Sultan asked and accepted Islam with an open mind and heart. Secondly, he came to terms with his new self and adopted the customary Malay name Muhammad Abdullah, in observance of his newly discovered faith and culture. Dennis finally consented without hesitation to a marriage contract drafted by the Sultan, which had provisions that would have stopped him, Amina, and their potential offspring from becoming the most powerful people in Johor. Mr. Ismail Karim and his wife, Datin Zawiya Muhammad, were declared Dennis's adoptive parents the year before after receiving blessings from Sultan Ibrahim and Johor Permaisuri Raja Zarid Sofia Sultan Idris Shah. The union. The marriage between Princess Amina and Dennis Muhammad was not only legally binding but also marked by intensely intimate vows that were made and publicly affirmed amid the magnificence of one of the biggest mosques in Malaysia. A magnificent wedding was done in Johor Bahru, the state capital, in late summer 2017 as a historic show of family support from Sultan Ibrahim, who approved of his daughter's union. Because August the 14th happened to be the bride's late mother's birthday, it was deliberately picked. The celebration breathtakingly showcased Malay Muslim culture. Dennis read a poem he had written to his bride, vowing a lifetime of love and dedication during the serious ceremony. As is usual, Dennis paid Sultan Ibrahim a symbolic ransom of 22 local ringgit or $5 to show his dedication to cherishing and guarding the princess. The challenges. Despite the initial passion in their relationship, Princess Amina and Dennis had significant challenges brought on by mental and cultural differences. Particularly, the press made newsworthy items public that nearly destroyed the family's peace of mind by suggesting that Amina disregarded her responsibilities as a Muslim wife. Princess Amina fiercely refuted these false allegations in the face of such hardship, asserting that their happiness remained unwavering despite the falsehoods. Their happy marriage was disguised by the picture of satisfaction they painted throughout their public appearances at important events. After 3 years of marriage, the couple welcomed their first child, a stunning daughter named Leia Sophia, into the world, making the Sultan one of the happiest men alive. Their family ties were further cemented when Princess Amina gave birth to a son 2 years later. Dennis put a lot of effort into supporting his wife and kids while acknowledging the responsibilities that came with being the head of an Islamic household. Using his skills to support his expanding family, he had made a name for himself in the real estate development sector. Their financial success is also attributed to the family's acquisition of a sizable 30% share in Berjaya Rail, a significant railroad company. The couple's excellent financial standing is evidence of their accomplishments and astute investments. So where are they today? Probably living their best lives with their children right now. So far, we have heard nothing controversial or questioning. The journey was not rosy. What would have happened to this couple if Dennis had decided to allow pride over love? And do you think this love was worth sacrificing his background for? Share your opinions in the comment section below, and let's start a discussion about love tradition and the ability to shape one's fate. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the story, and check back for more stories of love and courage. Until next time, may your own love story be as vast and enduring as Princess Amina and Dennis.